first noticed this about 2 or 3 years ago. And this isn't the first one that I've noticed out in this area. But if you look at it, you can see that it's a clean break. And there's no damage to the bark anywhere else on the tree. So, you know, people who would like to come up with a, how would you say, non-tinfoil hat explanation of how this happens would tell you that a moose ran into this tree. Well, maybe. Like if moose can become blinded in the wild and run into things, that's possible, plausible. I know it happens. But don't you think there'd be some kind of damage, you know, to the bark on the tree other than just a clean snap? Why would it snap clean? Why wouldn't it split? So I believe this is something else. I believe it's associated with Sasquatch, because I've seen them a lot of times. And this is the sort of thing they do. And I have a theory what these are for and what they mean. You see, I'll just pan around here. When you're in the bush, you know, any particular direction you look, the scenery's pretty homogeneous, is that the right word? Like it just kind of all looks the same. It's just trees of different species, kind of the same thing over and over repeated, right? Nothing really jumps out at you, you know, like maybe that dead cottonwood over there, or, you know, but when you see this is definitely something different. I believe the purpose of this is, it's a visual aid, if you will. I believe that Sasquatch can see through our eyes, know our thoughts, manipulate our minds and memories, place thoughts, memories, cover stories, if you will, so that we won't remember what it is we really saw or what happened. But I believe the reason they do this is it's a physical locator. They know when you're in the area. They can see your mind. They can hear your thoughts. But they don't necessarily have a precise location. But when you look at something like this, they know precisely where you are. It's a marker that they made, that they know they made, and they know that you are standing there looking at it. So if they want to attend, you know, travel to this location, which they do by means other than we can explain, this is how they do it. And I believe when you see these things, this is how you know that they are either in an area or have been in an area. They may have some specific ability to arrive at this spot from anywhere that they happen to be at will. Might be another reason why they do this. I believe that there are possibly more than one reason why they do this. It's not just a physical marker to locate the person or animal that is looking upon this at this very moment, but the fact that the tree is broken off and leaning in a specific angle, it's come to my attention that quite often the angle that the tree is headed off in is almost always in perfect alignment with a compass, north, south, east, or west. I don't know if that's accurate. But it's not just for people or wildlife, but it's also for Sasquatch. If other Sasquatch come in the area, they would also recognize this site and respond as they will. And I have a theory. Somehow, wolves know instinctively that another wolf or pack of wolves has crossed onto their territory. How can they know this? Well, I believe it's actually what we would call I'm trying to remember the term for it now, and I'm having a brain fart. Remote viewing. This is what they do. This is how they do it. Why would we not be aware of that? Well, some people have the ability to do remote viewing. But to everyone else who's been told that that's hooey or nonsense, they would accuse you of tinfoil hattery or